Good morning, everyone. So let's go ahead and get started. So, as you guys all know, I'm Jasmine Nicole. I'm the founder of the Unstoppable Dynasty. I am also a diamond coach with Team Beachbody. So, today I actually wanted to tap into the core essentials of how to truly build your brand, and that's actually plug it into the four vital behaviors that we need to do as Beachbody coaches in order to reach a broader audience as well as to inspire others. So for those who don't know what our vital behaviors are, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Where's my share? So, mind you, you can also find all of this information in your Coach Online office on teambeachbody.com. So our four vital behaviors. One is be proof of the products. So that means you need to select a Beachbody program to do each and every month during your challenge groups. You have to also drink Shakeology each and every day. And that means not just posting a little picture of it, of just the bag itself, but actually consuming it yourself so you can be able to speak to the benefits of having this into your system and how this has benefited you with your health goals and your fitness goals, maybe even also help benefit your family. I talk about this all the time about how myself and my husband have actually replaced all of our vitamin supplements by drinking Shakeology each and every day. We don't get sick as often. Our daughter also drinks a couple of sips of it each and every day. She is a 2-year-old, and that's actually essential for her because she does go to daycare. Number two, invite. That doesn't mean you have to be salesy or you have to be cheesy. It's all about sharing your experience with the different Beachbody programs. That means sharing your experience with taking Shakeology every day, or if you're one of those people who drinks the Performance Line, like my husband, he drinks both Shakeology and Performance Line every single day because his workouts tend to be a little bit more strenuous than everybody else's. So instead of just saying, oh, buy this from me, you can actually invite them to our monthly challenge groups. And with our monthly challenge groups, there they have the support they need to stay accountable towards their health and fitness goals. They have the tips that they need, especially if they're just really starting their journey and they don't know where to start. We're actually starting them off from scratch by providing them health and fitness tips, as well as providing them with clean eating recipes. Those who are actually in my challenge group now, they actually have a copy of my ebook that has over 150 different recipes. So it also teaches them how to plan out their meals each and every week, and it also teaches them a little bit more about clean eating. Number three, recognize. That means recognizing your challenges, recognizing another coach, recognizing someone in your upline who may inspire you. If you see something on social media or if you see one of your challengers going outside of their comfort zone, take the time to actually acknowledge them publicly, because you never know, that can actually make or break that person's day, just knowing that somebody else is actually seeing them and noticing their efforts to be a better person, or noticing their efforts to share their journey, to share their story, to inspire others. And number four, this is so critical and crucial when it comes to being a coach. Doing your personal development. Your personal development means that you are taking the time to invest into yourself. It could be doing a personal development book that helps to benefit your business, or it could be a personal development book or training that helps you with you personally, or it can be personal development that you're actually going to share with your team. Anytime you do personal development, you want to make sure that you bring it back to your team so they can actually implement it themselves. And I'm actually going to piggyback off of one of the training calls that we had earlier this week with Brittany Leggett, that we want to share our authentic selves. And I believe somebody just joined me. Who just joined? Hey, Joel, how are you this morning? So I'm just going over the four vital behaviors and how we can personally build our brands by doing all four of these behaviors, as well as truly sharing our authentic selves. So one of the biggest videos that I possibly did this week, which actually truly showed that I am a hot mess I'm an organized hot mess, is the video where you guys see me sharing about Shakeology in the challenge groups earlier this week, and Johanna was being very non-cooperative. that allowed people to show that not only am I a coach, I am a busy mother, but I also work in corporate America. It also shows that I'm flawed, just like everybody else is, but I'm willing to share that to show that, yes, anybody else can do it. It shows the authentic me. I'm not perfect. I try to be perfect, but we all know that I get flustered when I get thrown off track. So just as a small recap of the 4 vital behaviors: be proof of the product that the product works. That means doing a Beachbody program, drinking your Shakeology every single day. And if you are also using the performance line, also use that each and every day, and also share about that, how your body has changed because you've implemented these particular supplements or tools into your life. Invite to our challenge groups, because that allows your customers as well as your clients and your family members to have something to plug into that is a positive, uplifting environment, gives them the accountability, as well as gives them the tools that they can actually succeed in their health and fitness goals. Recognize if you see one of your coaches or one of your challengers, or even a coach that you admire stepping outside of their comfort zone, acknowledge that on social media, because you never know if that can actually make or break that person's day. They could be having a really, really crappy day, and just acknowledging that they're doing something that inspired you to mean the world to them. And number 4, which I said this is very, very crucial, making sure you do your personal development. If you do a training, make sure you absorb that training and also bring it back to your team. Don't just be a sponge to just absorb everything and then don't share. But this business is all about sharing, developing, and growing, and helping others to achieve their goals. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And Joel, do you have any questions? Because I know one of your biggest things was, how do you share being authentic as well as sharing your brand?
Yeah, so one of the questions is, how do you not be so salesy? So I mean, that's my biggest thing. I'll be putting together a post and I have my wife look over and she'll be like, that's kind of salesy. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Because I don't know how to just, with y'all, it seemed like you already got the groove down packed, how to put it together and not sound like, hey, come buy this product. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing why I joined your team.
So a way to do that is pretty much share how these products have actually helped you. Yes, you can post a picture of the product, but that's being salesy. But talking about how the product has benefited you, how has Shakeology helped to improve your life or improve your health? Talk about that versus saying just buy Shakeology for me. So there was a post that I did a couple of days ago that broke down some of the superfoods that are in Shakeology. That one helps with brain development, helps with memory, your eyesight. For the adults that need that extra increased libido, you could talk about stuff like that, because it provides them with information, but it doesn't come off as, now you need to buy this from me. It gives them the information from the beginning so they can actually make an educated decision before even reaching out to you, or even before you post that, hey, join my challenge group type post.
So,
you see what I'm saying?
So I probably need to go back to how I used to, because when I used to call myself J-Fit, I used to always do meal preps.
Yeah.
And I would use to put what my meal prep included, the ingredients and all that, kind of like what you just did. So, and I noticed the engagement was better and people would hit me up. But at the time, I didn't have anything what Beachbody has to offer. So now maybe I need to revisit that.
Yeah, if one of your biggest things, for example, when I first started this whole thing of becoming a coach and actually learning meal prep, I knew nothing about meal prep. So I pretty much just shared my journey of, this is taking me 4 hours to get this done, and start sharing my progress of, now I can get meal prep done in an hour and a half and then be done. So you start to share your journey in regards to that. So if you're the meal prep king, share tips on meal prepping, or share tips on buying all your meal prep stuff on a budget. Like I did yesterday. I did one, I did a post about buying the first week of the Ultimate Reset on a budget. That meant I printed off my checklist. I printed off my shopping list, or I had it on my phone. I actually did a complete inventory of what we already had in the refrigerator, our deep freezer, and what we had in our pantry. Showed what we had and made my list off of that. Once we went to Trader Joe's, Trader Joe's is bomb.com because it has everything. It is so much cheaper than everywhere else. It allowed me to stick to a budget for my entire household, which is 3 people, me, Raphael, who eats like, God, he eats a lot. And my 2-year-old under $100. So I wasn't spending like the $300 that I normally spend because 9 times out of 10, I get a bunch of meat at the same time. But I already had all that stuff in my deep freezer, so I didn't have to buy that this time.
True.
So share tips like that, or like you and your wife just started drinking Shakeology consistently. You can share about if she's starting to see some of the benefits, like the digestive regularity. You can share something about that. That might be a little bit TMI, but that's just who I am. Like, you either like it, love it, or leave me alone. Either you regularly poop or you need to poop. So but you can always do it that way because, like I said, like Ralph was not a big fan of drinking Shakeology every day, but once he started to see that his digestive system was becoming more regular, he had more energy, he wasn't popping a pill for vitamins, and he hates pills. Like he refuses to take a pill. And when he saw all of the vitamins that were actually in Shakeology and it didn't require him taking a pill, it got him on board with it. So he hasn't missed a day with Shakeology, and he hasn't been sick since he came back from his first deployment.
No.
Which is almost 2 years now. No, a year and a half. So, and then I've only been sick one good time, and that's because I was broke down with the flu, and that's because Joe kept passing it back and forth to me. Other than that, it really just share about those type of things. So you don't have to come off as buy this from me, or you just like have a picture of this, and say if you're doing the ultimate reset, like this can fit in that little small bag that comes in it, as well as your supplements, so you're not carrying around this big box. I did a post like that probably a month ago. Like you can carry all your supplements with you, but you ain't got this big box that you got to carry around with you, or this big jar of supplements.
True. As far as in marketing, like I told you, I'm trying to read up on that, and it's like a hit or miss with some of the marketing strategies that's out there.
Let me ask you this question. Have you gotten this book, Jab, Jab, Right Hook?
No.
Take a look at
this. Oh, boy.
Take a look at this. This is Mr. I'm going to get in your hind parts and tell you how it is. That's him. Get this book. Take a look at it. Yes, some of the social media platforms and their requirements have changed, but the principles of that book have not. So you kind of really want to jab, 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 and then the last one is going to be that right hook. So you're pretty much leaving your breadcrumbs Monday through Thursday, and then Friday's like, okay, I'm going for the knockout blow.
True.
So that can actually be a really, really good book for you to actually look into and actually start following him more on social media, because he is pretty much no nonsense. It is what it is. You're going to love it or leave it.
True.
And then another thing too, like you've been actually really consistent with posting your workouts with you and your wife. Consistently do that. And then maybe with one of your live videos, I know that is something that is completely different for you. It's coming out of your comfort zone, and I commend you on that. Have your wife join one of your live videos with you and talk about her progress, because you said she's already lost over 25 pounds. And that's a big, big, big milestone to actually hit. So if she can actually talk about her personal experience with it, that would actually show that this isn't a salesy type situation. This is pretty much you're helping to improve a loved one's life. You're helping to extend it. You're helping them to get back to who they were before life pretty much kicked them in the hind parts.
True. Okay. Yeah. So I guess that was the biggest questions I had. A lot of people, I don't know, like a lot of people reach out to me, but a lot of them really on the fence. So, and it's crazy because like, that's why I barely, like one of my aunties was like, you need to show some skin some more. And this was before I came to coach. And I'm like, well, I mean, if I do that, everybody know that I came out of my mother like 6-pack and fit. So that really, to me, I got what she was saying, like, you know, show like that you know what you're doing type of thing. So I get that. But now it's like people hit me up, but it's like nobody really serious. Or I hear, you know,
Okay, so here's going to be my solution to that. So when people hit you up, ask them, what about this particular post spoke to you? Two, what are some of your goals that you're trying to hit? Three, what are some of the things that you're struggling with? Because if it's something that's dealing with like digestive health or something that they hate taking a pill for their vitamins, or they need something that's going to give them energy, then that opens up that conversation about you speaking about the benefits of the superfoods within Shakeology.
okay.
And then you talk about how if you drink it consistently, all of these things are going to get better. Like, let's think about it. If you look at all the different pharmaceutical commercials out there on the market, they tell you if you got XYZ and you take this, this is what's going to happen, but you got all these other side effects.
Yeah, and all the cons.
Yeah. Versus Shakeology, okay, you have all of these elements that are going on with you. You have irregular digestive system, your blood pressure may be high, your cholesterol may be high, your blood sugar levels may be irregular. However, have you thought about how much you're really paying for all of those different medications to actually get all those things regulated? Like some people are paying like $150 per prescription.
True.
Versus if they actually adopted a healthier lifestyle and then possibly adding Shakeo, which is Shakeo for us is, for a coach is like $97 and for customers $129. By adopting a healthier lifestyle and putting this into their system, they can be, one, extending their life. They're not messing up their kidneys by putting all these medications into their system. And then three, it's also teaching them that, hey, you don't have to be funding these different pharmaceutical companies. Like their pockets are already lined.
Yeah.
Be more concerned with actually living a healthier lifestyle and living a longer lifestyle and setting the example for your family.
That's true.
So that's the things that you probably want to talk about. So one, ask them about what their goals are. Two, ask them about what they're currently struggling with, because once you actually pinpoint their pain points, then they're going to start to see, oh, now I can see the value of why he's drinking this supplement or why he's doing this particular program, because then you can come from your own personal experience.
Okay.
Or you can even fall back on looking at other coaches. Like you can always refer them to me, say, look at my coach. She's lost 52 pounds by consistently drinking this every single day. She's consistently done her meal prep every single week. She's done her workouts. Yes, I've fallen off of the wagon. Don't get it twisted. I am not perfect. However, at least I know I have a system in place that's going to get me back on the wagon.
True.
And it's all about pretty much telling them, hey, you have a complete system here. You don't have to pay somebody like $100 or whatever for a personal training session or pay for a gym membership. You can have your own gym at home.
True.
That means you're not taking time away from your family. Your family's actually seeing that you care about them by taking care of yourself.
All right. What
Yeah, because like your daughter, you did a post earlier this week with her new Fitbit. Yeah. So she's looking at you and your wife as the example of being that healthy power couple. Like this is what she wants, so she wants to join in with you guys. Or I see, like I post pictures of Joe on my resistance bands or playing one of my weighted balls all the time because she sees us working out all the time.
True.
So talk about that. That makes you more of a person versus you're selling a product. Talk about how this stuff has personally impacted you.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to figure out how to tie it into it. And I've been, like I was telling my wife this morning, I was like, which I still got to show her the different posts. And I was telling her, like, when y'all post, it's like, it's nothing like, it's kind of like just not put together, but it's like it flow. Like you just talking regular. Whereas in mine, it's like I put it together and it's like, I don't know, kind of cheesy sometimes.
write your post like you're talking to the homie back at home. Like if it's one of those like that. Write it as that keep it real post. Like this morning, I just did a recipe post. That's just me giving something free that they can have. Yes, yummy, healthy, clean food.
Yeah.
But they ain't got to think, oh my God, this is boring, this is nasty, or whatever. It was chocolate. I added chocolate Shakeology to it as a protein pancake, and you don't see all these extra carbs in there. Like I put oats in our pancakes, and you don't have all these extra carbs and everything else in there. And it's good with the berries and everything. So it could be simple stuff like that. But write how you speak to somebody. I had to learn that the hard way. When I first started coaching, like I was looking at everybody else like, okay, maybe if I sound like this, if I sound like that, or if I sounded like a Barbie, that people would respond better, but they didn't. Like once I started showing this is just who I am, take or leave it, like what people know of me, that's when I started to getting more of the responses from everyone.
Okay. And that's what exactly she said. So like just be yourself. I'm like, thought I am, but you know, I told her I think it's just because of seeing other people post, which might not be coaches in Beachbody, but like, you know, the mainstream fitness, and then you see theirs, and it's like, oh, theirs is just extravagant. Like, I don't know, it's weird. But just overthinking
thousands of dollars worth of training, or they pay somebody to do their marketing.
That's true.
So you got to you don't want to be the Arnold Schwarzeneggers and everything else. You want to grow your business organically where people actually have a personal connection to you versus this official idol that other people have created out of that particular person.
That's true.
Like, for example, like you have one of your friends who's a military vet. You can talk about how this can actually help that. Like it gives them something positive to focus on, or talk about how things have changed for you since adopting or implementing the supplements with Beachbody into your whole regimen.
No, no.
Since that was to figure out right there was trying to find a supplement line for you.
True. I'll figure it out. Like, been slowly getting there. Just noticed about the invite. Like, I think it was your post and Danielle's post, I think this morning, inviting about challenge groups. But then that's why I tried doing that video yesterday to kind of get that out, and actually wrote down what I wanted to talk about, but it didn't go that way. I froze up a little bit, but I guess. And then
start to do it, believe me, it's going to start to flow a whole lot more. Like I think my very first video, I was a mess. Because one, it was like, okay, everybody's looking at my video now because this is a very first video, and two, holy crap, like some people have not seen me since I graduated college, so on and so forth. So yeah, as you do it more and more, you're going to get more comfortable. So the fact that you're starting to do your live videos, I commend you on that because I know that's completely out of your comfort zone. But you also got to think too, because you're in the industry that you're in, you have to do stuff like that in order to be that people person.
Yeah.
Because what you are is what you're going to attract. If you are progressive, or if you're showing growth and progression, that's what you're going to attract. If you show stagnant or people or being lazy or whatever, that's what you're going to attract.
Sure.
Let's just be real. Like, I had to learn that the hard way.
That's true. I think that answered pretty much everything. Just move on from here. And when did you feel like you was ready to get your logo up and running? Like, I feel like
my logo until I'm gonna say about 9 months after I started coaching, and that was because I was like, okay, you know what? I need something that shows me.
Yeah.
And my first logo, yeah, I liked it, but it didn't show my personality. So I am very, very, very grateful that I was able to find Megan, and she actually listened to me, and it showed who I was. It wasn't, oh yes, I'm a military spouse, because the first mock-up that she did was, it screamed military spouse. I'm like, that is not the element of who I am.
Yeah.
I am a military kid. I am a military spouse. However, that is not the only element of my personality. So when she changed it up and it put my favorite colors in there and it showed the very elegant dumbbell, it shows, yes, she's elegant, sophisticated, here's her, and it showed that all of those elements. And then even with the different brandings that she did with my overlays, it showed a consistency throughout my entire brand versus they're all over the place.
True.
So I'm even having her do like my PDF documents, as well as she actually helped with the ebook, so I can have consistency throughout everything, because I don't want to be going from place to place to place. And if I just work with one person, it shows that consistency. It shows that this is a full-blown thing versus I'm scattered all over the place. And that's how I initially felt with my first brand, my first logo.
Yeah, so I might end up, I feel that same way. Like the first one, that one I showed you, it's all fitness, and I don't want Hendo Fit to represent that. Like I was saying, like I agree with you about the mentally, physically, and spiritually thing, and that's what I want the logo to actually represent.
So how about this? Reach out to her, let her know that I sent you over there to her, and see if tell her everything that you're looking for, and give her like some examples, and have her do a mock-up for you to see if that's somebody that you want to continue to work with for your branding. One, she's very affordable compared to everybody else, and then two, actually listens and she responds. You don't have to wait like a week or two to get a response. I normally get a response from her within 30 minutes to an hour.
Oh, that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And on top of that, that'll also give you some consistency when you start doing your social media stuff too.
Okay. All right, appreciate it.
No problem. So thank you, Ashley, for joining in on this. I just wanted to do a quick refresher of one, what is the core of our business? So our 4 vital behaviors that you have to do. So my suggestion for you is grab that jab, 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 right hook book and start to really dissect it and apply it to Hendo Fit. And then two, if you have a post that you want to look over or you want me to look over, shoot me a text message or give me a call saying, hey, you have a few minutes so we can look at this before I post it. So you can have multiple sets of eyes looking at something.
I thought about that, but I was like, I'm the type that don't like bothering people. So
I understand that, but I'm here to actually help to grow your success, to help build you into this brand. Because what type of coach would I be if I'm not available to you to help you?
True.
I'm like, let's be real with that. That's just like,
that's like going to do this workout, but I'm not going to be there to help train you and show you what you're doing wrong.
Or even just like when people sign up for like network marketing companies, in some companies it's like, okay, just sign up and then you're on your own. Like that's kind of how I felt when I initially became a coach, and that's why I'm glad I have the coach that I have now who actually helps to develop and to mold and actually guide you. So I believe there was a post within our team page about your mentorship date call or sponsorship call. Go ahead and send me an email with everything broken down like I have within that post. So one, we have something in writing, and then two, so we can have our one-on-one call and actually come up with the game plan going forward, because we need to do that once a month for you.
It's in
the Unstoppable Dynasty team page.
That's another thing that's been killing me, these different groups.
If just be on the safe side, I would just look in our Unstoppable Dynasty team page as well as Dynasty United. 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty much feeding the information over to our page, because not everybody's going to look at the 2 other pages.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thanks.
Okay. So send me that information via email so we can actually set up our one-on-one call and actually go through everything so we can get you off our money, because I do want to try to get you into becoming an Emerald coach by the end of this month. So that's my goal. Hopefully that's your goal at the same time too.
I've been actually talking to a couple of homeboys. They said they're going to think it over. Of course, the finances is the thing, but
Well,
I'm a vet, so I'm gonna reach out to the one that's always been supporting me, like always reposting and sharing my stuff. So I'm gonna hit him up, let him know, that it's an opportunity to be able to share his story. One
yeah.
of the ones that suffered.
Then on top of that, for people who are like, well, my finances aren't right now, I completely understand. Mine wasn't, but I also knew that if I made this work, my finances will work out.
So,
So if they sign up and they have like 2 or 3 people who really need some guidance in their life when it comes to their health and fitness journey, that should be the first 2 to 3 people that they reach out to. Say, hey, I'm starting this new endeavor. I'm brand new to this. I have a support network, but I really think this could be very beneficial to you as well as to me with the support for your health and fitness goals, and then for you to have something positive to plug into.
true.
So it can be a way for them to start their own business, but also they can actually recoup their challenge pack or startup money fee.
And one last thing, you said this one end on the 2nd.
That's correct. So it's going to be 3 weeks. So right now we're in preseason. Day 1 starts tomorrow. So it goes from calendar.
Yeah.
Pause.
I should advertise.
Okay, so it starts tomorrow. So we have week 1 is 13th through the 19th. Week 2 is the 20th through the 26th. Week 3 is the 27th through the 2nd.
So I should be posting or advertising mine to start that following Monday.
Yes. And mind you, like I said before, this is going to be your group, but add me as a backup just in case.
Okay.
Okay? Because now we need to start getting you to, 1, being independent, but 2, so you can start running your business how you want to run your business.
True. Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thanks.
Okay, so you know where to find me if you need me.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
Bye.